What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. Today you're going to be watching some gameplay here on Hotel, a map that I believe Modern Warfare 2 is very close to removing from the game. So yeah, there's that. Hopefully you enjoy this while you can. It's not a bad map, it's not the best map, but it is indeed a map here in the game. Let me know what you guys think about this map in the comment section down below. But anyway, you're not here to watch the gameplay, even though it's as mid as it can be. Today I want to talk about how Call of Duty is basically lied to us. All right, they basically have lied to us in terms of what they've said in the past and what seems to be coming true in the future. So yesterday, November 7th, Activision released a financial statement basically highlighting the company's results of the third quarter of 2022, basically saying how the third quarter did a lot better than the second quarter. Not much surprise here. I think overall they were disappointed though. I mean, if you've played Vanguard, you'd be disappointed too. So let's keep it real here. A lot of people were disappointed, let's put it that way. However, Call of Duty fans also received some major news from the report concerning Call of Duty 2023. Now previously, if you're not caught up at all, Call of Duty 2023 was not supposed to happen. Modern Warfare 2, this Roman numeral 2, was supposed to be the first title here in Call of Duty that was gonna have a 2-year life cycle. Okay, so it wasn't going to be something like you know, play Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and then that's it for like the year. You know, it was supposed to be you play for 2 years and then Treyarch comes out in 2024 and hopefully drops a banger. I'm still hoping that's possible, but again, we don't know for sure. This was supposed to hypothetically end the yearly releases, but unfortunately, or fortunately, depending how you look at it, Activision ended up breaking down some plans for 2023, and apparently there is going to be a new full premium Call of Duty title in 2023. Apparently the correct verbiage as follows reads, the most robust Call of Duty live operations to date, the next full premium release in the blockbuster annual series. Now this is kind of big for a couple of reasons. First off, it breaks a lot of trust that a lot of people had going into Modern Warfare 2, right? A lot of people bought this game with the assumption that they were going to have 2 years to play it. And so if they bought skins or whatever, they thought they would have an extra year to utilize them. Not that they get taken away or whatever, but you know, if the new COD comes out in 2023, most chances are, unless it's a really, really bad Call of Duty, most chances are most of the population is going to leave Modern Warfare 2. Let's keep it real, right? A lot of people left Cold War, Modern Warfare 1, and Vanguard. I think Modern Warfare 2019 rather, had a lot of like people like staying, you know, that fan base was quite strong for that game for some odd reason. And honestly, it's probably going to end up being the same for Modern Warfare 2. But in the event that it isn't, you know, it's kind of just a bad feeling overall for a lot of people who ended up buying the game because they thought they would have 2 years and now it looks like they're only going to have 1. I'm not entirely surprised at this news. I think that it was kind of ambitious and kind of hopeful to think that, you know, Activision was really going to just do away with an entire game for an entire year. If you think about it, it's kind of like a TV show, right? Like if you have a hit series, you're going on and on and on. People are buying it. Yes, people hate it, but guess what? People are still watching it, right? And you just take a year off. You know, you take a year off and people just don't talk about it. And then you try to come back 2 years later. It's probably not going to hit the same. You know, a lot of people have probably left and things like that. So I'm not entirely surprised at this decision. What I guess I am more so surprised about is the fact that they're announcing it like this. I kind of figured Activision was going to pull some scummy thing like this. Not that this is like inherently super duper scummy. It is a little bit, but it's just misleading is the better term, right? I didn't think that they were going to like be so transparent about it, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like my best guess would have been if they dropped this news like maybe in March or February, you know, give people some time, a couple of seasons to buy some Warzone skins, some Modern Warfare 2, you know, operator skins, some camos, things like that. Give people some time to spend money on this game thinking that they have the full 2 years at their capabilities and then be like, hey, guess what? We're actually dropping a new COD and it's by, I don't know, Slegehammer or whatever. Apparently, Treyarch Games is still developing the 2024 version and Slegehammer just made a COD last year. So I don't know who's going to be doing this year's unless Treyarch is going to be forced to step up a year early, which is going to suck like crazy because Treyarch needs time. You know, Treyarch is like the last development studio that I personally have hope for. I have no expectations in Modern Warfare 2, you know. I expected a full camp fest. I expected to be sound horde. I expect skill-based matchmaking. I expect pretty garbage maps, and I got pretty much all of that. Let's keep it real here. I think, you know, anybody who didn't like Modern Warfare 1, like kind of like me, you're probably not in love with Modern Warfare 2. Let's put it that way. It might be slightly better, it might be slightly worse, but there's no way you like love it if you hated Modern Warfare 1 or just strongly disliked it. That's kind of it for the Call of Duty 2023 news. Definitely let me know what you guys think about this, because this is not something to be taken lightly. This is definitely huge news. Another piece of news that dropped recently is that Modern Warfare 2 has become the fastest selling Call of Duty game ever, surpassing Black Ops 2. A lot of people are going to point and say, you know, oh, the Vault Edition, oh, inflation, it's $70, not $60. Oh, the fan base is at a all-time high because of like nostalgia or whatever. Whatever the case may be, if it's fact, it's fact, right? It doesn't matter what excuse you try to give it. It doesn't matter what kind of justification you're trying to give. If it's the fastest selling game, it is, okay? And I'm not saying they should be proud of it or whatever. I honestly think it's kind of, not disgusting, but it's a little, yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. You know, this game is very incomplete at the end of the day, right? No lobby leaderboards, no barracks, no way to check your win-loss or your KD. A couple of the maps are being taken out of the game at launch. You know, we had maps in the beta that are not here at launch. I will say that the gunsmith, the streaks, the perks, the weapons, not that they're designed well, not that the UI is designed well, but there is content in this game, despite what people say. Yes, the maps are a little lacking, but there's a lot of guns in this game. There's a lot of things to like grind for, not grind for, but like there's camos to grind for, there's calling cards and challenges to grind for. Yes, there's some glitches here and there that I've heard about, but you know, if you really cared, you know, you would still grind for it regardless, right? I'm not saying this game is perfect, but I can't agree with the fact that people are saying that this game has no content. Does it have the most content? No. Does it have the least content? No as well. So I can't get on board with the fact that people say this game has no content. I'm not trying to like protect this game or anything. I don't really enjoy this game. I think there's times where I do. There's definitely times where it feels better than Modern Warfare 1. There's times where it feels like it's worse than Call of Duty Ghosts. So it's got a kind of a wide spectrum for me personally. I think that it's worth playing a little bit. I'll make an entire video later on like, should you buy this game? Because those kind of videos tend to do well on my channel. You know, if you go check out my most viewed videos, those are a couple of my most viewed ones up there. But I don't want to just rush that video out without playing it a lot first. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not even level 55 yet. I don't have a gold gun yet. I don't want to just rush it out and be like, you know, if I played a couple of bad sessions and just hop on the mic real quick, I don't want to do that and just completely bash the game if like the next couple of weeks I find a certain game mode really fun or a certain weapon really fun. I think in terms of, you know, game balance, perk balance, all that stuff, like there's nothing super duper glaring to me that is just like, hey, developers, get on this right now. You know, like there's no gun that's like, hey, you got to fix this. There's no perk aside from the entire system that people would prefer not be this exact system. You know, obviously people prefer the traditional 3-perk system or the pick 10 even. And I don't think they're going to end up fixing it. I think something that they should fix is the UI interface. This is something I never thought I'd have to say in a Call of Duty video about Call of Duty, okay? This is something that is so trivial, so meaningless, and yet you somehow mess this up, right? Like, the UI doesn't matter. All you have to do, it doesn't have to be pretty. It just has to not suck. It just has to not be confusing. It just has to not be ugly. And guess what? Strike 3, you hit all of those things. Infinity Ward, I don't know who you got for this. I think you got the Hulu guy or whatever. No shot, it's a Hulu. You know, I like Hulu as a streaming platform, but yeah, that's a streaming service. That's not a video game. Video games are supposed to, you're supposed to just go in and out of the menu as soon as possible, get in the game as quick as possible. You're not out here to browse, oh, which of my friends should I play with? Oh, which of the things should I check on the menu? No, you're just a quick play, hardpoint, domination, search, whatever, boom, check my class real quick, boom, gunsmith. Oh man, the gunsmith UI, oh my god, don't get me started on that, bro. Anyway, I'm getting off tangent here. Yeah, this is big. You know, Activision says that a new Call of Duty title, an official premium full content, well, I guess as full as possible, Call of Duty title is set to release for 2023. I'm gonna assume late October, November, same as this past couple of games. And we're gonna have to see what happens, man. I don't know if it's gonna be good. I don't know if it's gonna suck. I don't even know if it's gonna happen. You know, I think that this came from an Activision report, so it's likely that it will be factual, it will be true, but again, we're gonna have to wait and see. Anyway, that's it for the video. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Okay, I appreciate the recent support. We're growing very fast right now, and I appreciate that. And I'll see you guys next time. Have a good day, guys, and peace.